There we go. Another video where I don't even have time to dry my hair because Bitcoin has just broken down below the area of support that I was outlining for you guys. Could be very disastrous for Bitcoin if we break it, and that is exactly after getting rejected at the 4-hour Ichimoku cloud. So the Moon Boy is really getting a run for their money right now. Bitcoin didn't actually quite hit the resistance area just yet, but we came close enough to get a pretty serious rejection right here, and we are now seeing a quite serious dump. And I want to break down for you, how low is this thing going to go? Is it actually going to crash down lower? Where might it stop? Or are we going to be able to recover this? Because that is still, of course, possible. And if we look at this on a very short time frame, right, it's very clear to see what's happening, which is exactly what I was predicting on the YouTube channel over these past couple of days, which is that we have resistance here and people are feeling a lot of relief as we trend higher. Look at the fear and greed index, guys. It's so obvious. It's the same thing I was telling you guys about in every single video lately, where when the market gets a small uptick higher, people feel so much more relief in this market, right? And if we're feeling that level of relief, we just can't keep on trending higher, right? We need this market to really be washed out of those emotions, and that's what these dumps achieve for us. And it's not like this is taking us by surprise, right? On a short-term time frame, we ended up breaking a lot of resistance on the 1-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we still had that resistance. And so one of the key things I was talking about in the last video, do me a favor, smash up the like, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and if you were watching the last video, drop it in the comments telling me I was watching your last video, I saw this, right? Because the last thing I was telling you guys about is that the market loves to play these highs and lows in order to give people hope on the run up and kill that hope, and then give you hope again on the run up and kill that hope. And doing that enough times, you're going to wear people out, because people who don't know how to trade are going to be losing money in these kind of markets. You're going to be wearing them out, making them feel absolutely terrible, and then you're going to dump the market, and it's going to make them capitulate and panic sell their Bitcoin right at the end, right? So this is exactly the same thing that we were just talking about on this YouTube channel literally yesterday. It couldn't be more poetic than this, and now we are seeing a quite serious dump right here. So let's take a look at this. Here's the deal, is Bitcoin hasn't actually seen a huge dump so far below support, right? Support was probably at about $56,000, and we're only right now about $600 below that. We only fell about, I don't know, $1,000 below that. So again, not a huge dump by those standards just at the minute, right? We haven't actually moved down by a lot, and if we measure this in terms of percent, it's not looking, you know, super. I mean, it's 1.8%. That's big. If we measure it from the top, it's a much more serious dump. It's now about 7%. And I actually just made a post about this inside of Forflies VIP. Literally, I mean, how long ago was this? This is about 10 hours ago, so right before I went to sleep. I made a very big post in Forflies VIP, basically a huge voice message detailing to everybody that, you know, I would be looking at Bitcoin potentially having a little bit of a problem if it manages to fall down, because, you know, it is, you know, going to be in a very aggressive sell-off. But I think as soon as we manage to sweep this prior low that we have right here, if I zoom in really deep on the 1-minute time frame, you can see that we're moving down, getting a small reaction rally, moving down, small reaction rally, moving down a lot, small reaction rally, and so on, right? I think we're in another one of those reaction rallies right now, and I think as soon as this low is swept, if we sweep it, because of course nothing is guaranteed, right? I am in a profitable position on a Bitcoin short. Actually, I'm not in a profit right now. It's roughly around break even, a very small loss. But I am hoping for Bitcoin to drop down just a little bit. I've had this short order set for a very long time inside of Forflies VIP, already anticipating this kind of move. And I think that if we are able to sweep this low, then that can, you know, pretty much cement the market to be dropping a lot lower. And I want to talk to you about where that might fall right here as well. But just before I do get onto that, guys, I gotta let you know about this huge offer that we are running inside of Forflies VIP. This is absolutely ridiculous. We don't actually run sales very often anymore. I just don't advertise it too much inside of with these aggressive you know, discounts and things like that. But right now you are looking at 68% off for Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Today's Black Friday, of course. You know, pretty much anything you might want to buy will have some sort of deal attached to it today. And those of you who value your own future, your own investments, and growing your funds, you're going to see this as a huge huge opportunity. So here it is. And if you haven't already taken the leap, VIP is the all-inclusive package. You're getting everything about all the trades I'm making, all the information about those trades, where I'm entering, where I'm taking profits, how I'm adjusting it, how I'm dealing with losses, why I'm entering at certain levels as opposed to another level, very in-depth explanations, and then continued updates on my real-time strategies. And that's just the trading side. There's also the analysis side and so on. It is a very comprehensive package. We've seen some beautiful results. Let me show you some of these right here, just a few that we've highlighted. But of course, there's been very many more. So a nice 13% modest gain right there. A much less modest 1,000% gain with a $30,000 profit. And this person right here just kind of getting to hang, getting to know how to trade after using our 4Slides Academy course, which he got for free with his 4Slides VIP subscription. So very cool stuff going on right there. And if you do want to take the leap inside of VIP, then the steps to do that are on screen right here. Click on the first link in the description down below, then click on the @4Slides button and then send message. Do this right now with that 68% discount offer. This is literally the biggest discount we've ever ran, so definitely take advantage of it. But just moving us back to the market here, what I want to break down for you is how low this thing could end up dropping, right? So the issue for Bitcoin that I'm seeing right here is if we just look at the local levels, there isn't much support that Bitcoin can find, right? This area you could potentially say is support, but if we measure it to look at time frames and stuff like that, we were only trading here for about 7 days, so it's not actually a very significant area on Bitcoin's price history. And to me, that means that we can't really use it as support, especially considering we were just consolidating here, right? Like if we consolidate here for as long as we did, which means, we entered this range roughly around the 18th of November, and we're potentially leaving it now after 8 days. That's a fairly sizable consolidation just to be happening in a downtrend, right? Because previously we weren't consolidating that much before we ended up moving down. We had much shorter periods of consolidation right here. I think that if we did end up breaking this level, a weak support area like what we have right here from this consolidation is not going to be enough to keep the market up. And so it has to fall down to stronger levels. Now, the other thing that I got to keep in your minds, though, is that Bitcoin is actually still in a big area of support overall, right? It has, actually, I'll get to that stuff later. Let me just show you this on, let's go for this chart right here because I don't have any drawings. Bitcoin is overall still in a big area of support. And that support, actually, we're right on the edge of it. We're actually just about to lose it. But it's going from about $60,000 down to about, actually, we're not close to losing it yet. We've still got a little bit of a way to go, down to about $53,000. This area potentially, still acting as support for Bitcoin. So this is to show you that, on the larger time frames, we're still doing good. This is the same thing I've been saying in every single video. I must be sounding like a broken record now, but that's because my opinion here has not changed. We still have good support. We're actually dipping into it right now on the daily time frame, right? So this is really healthy for the market, in my opinion. But, we are, potentially still further away from the stronger areas of support. Now that we've dipped into the cloud, the next strong area of support in the cloud is this red line down here on the Ichimoku cloud, and that's down at 48,000. I don't think we're actually going that low, but, penetrating deeper into the cloud is very much on the cards, on the table right now. We are potentially just getting ready to sweep that prior low just now. Hopefully we do it quickly. And the other thing that I want to draw to your attention, though, are where the stronger areas of support are for this trend. So I'm going to do this on the on this chart right here, because you guys saw me that I was drawing a Fibonacci retracement on Bitcoin, I believe just yesterday, showing you where some key support for the market could be, and that's showing us support at just under $54,000. So again, we're only about 1.5k away from that right now. We're not actually very far away from finding support there. This is a potential bounce zone that I think could be good for Bitcoin, but actually I don't think it's just one line. I think it's better represented by drawing a box which looks something a little bit like this, because really what I want to capture is this swing high over here. This swing high was very important for the market, and the fact that the Fibonacci level is very close to that, to me, I don't think that's a coincidence. So I'd love to see Bitcoin kind of dropping somewhere into this box. That would be where I think Bitcoin is potentially getting ready to finish its correction, find some support here, really scare a lot of people shitless, and then start rallying up very nicely again. It's just so typical for Bitcoin to do something like that. So I think it's very much on the cards that Bitcoin can pull that kind of move and then end up moving higher. The Fibonacci shows us that. And if I move the Fibonacci to a more short-term scale, that level is sitting pretty much right in between where we are right now on the 0.5 level and the 52K support area on the 618 level. So this whole range really acting as support. And that's the same picture I was painting for you guys for a very long time, right? I was telling you guys that things can get really bad for Bitcoin and it's still going to find support. Just because it's built so much support on the way up. Ethereum right here is now starting to lose quite a lot of value against Bitcoin. This is another thing that I made a voice note about inside of VIP just recently. I mean, literally going back like 10 hours ago. Like I said, I made quite a long voice note for VIP members, filling them in on everything I was seeing. And again, if you want to take advantage of that Black Friday discount, we don't do stuff like this often. The last time I did this was a very, very long time ago, and it is the biggest sale we've ever ran. So definitely take advantage of it if you want to be inside of this group and skyrocket your trading path inside of such a hot market. I mean, it is the best offer you could possibly take to shortcut your way to getting through the bullshit of learning how to trade. You know, you don't want to be paying for your lessons with your time and your money. You know, it's much more valuable than that in a market state like this. It's so hot. So if you know what you're doing, you know, you have potential to make a lot of money in these markets. But if you still haven't even learned what you need to learn, or you still haven't even overcome the emotional battles that you keep facing, you're going to be costing yourself a lot in terms of the opportunities in this market. So this package right here could be what saved you. Definitely check it out. At least, you know, click on these links, follow these steps, and maybe even ask for a phone call just to find out if it's for you. We can get a member of our team to speak to you personally to see if you'd be a good fit for Forflies VIP. So it's the first link in the description down below, then the @Forflies button at the bottom of any post inside of my free Telegram channel where you're going to get more free analysis. That free Telegram channel is where you click on the first link and then click on send message to ask me how to join, and we'll send you all the information. But bringing it right back here, because Bitcoin is dumping, no surprise here, we're seeing Ethereum start to dump. Just on the 1 minute time frame, I want to bring this to your attention. Just now, we've just broken down below that prior swing low and now dropping rapidly. So definitely a lot of carnage in the market, and this is really going to be upsetting a lot of people, right? I mean, we were seeing some consolidation here, a lot of people really staying quite hopeful in the market, and of course those hopes being crushed. Now, I got to keep in mind for you guys that this stuff was very, very obvious, right? I was keeping the same opinion running with me for a long time here, that Bitcoin had resistance up here, and naturally resistance is where we should be dropping if we're in a downtrend. A lot of people accuse me of being permanently bearish, but that's not the case. I was very bullish as we were trending up, but the trend changed, and I'm not trying to stay stubborn in my ways. I want to be able to change my mind so that I can be correct and be in a profit, because I'm in a profit right now, a nice profit. What is this right now? It's not huge. It's only about 13%, but that's still completely fine. This is obviously also, this has already been shared inside of VIP. So this is all of, you know, I mean, like I said, all the trades I make, they go straight inside. So definitely check that out. By the way, if you're wondering where I'm trading all of this stuff, it's all happening on Bybit. Bybit at a time like this with all this volatility is the best place to be if you're a serious trader. So check it out with the link in the description down below, because when you sign up, you're going to get up to $3,500 completely free of charge, just as a thank you for using my sign up link. So definitely go ahead and check that out. So like I said, support down at about $53,000, definitely making sense to me at the moment. Again, the other issue though is that if Bitcoin does start to rally back up now from here or from lower levels, it's going to have more resistance up ahead, right? The fact that Bitcoin is finding support here means that we could expect to find resistance here the next time we come around to this level. If we do, because nothing is guaranteed, and then you know, we could be looking at more resistance at 60k and so on. The other, I mean, the bullish perspective I wanted to talk about, although I couldn't because the dump happened way quicker than I thought it would, you know, was that if Bitcoin manages to climb above this level, not only will we have resistance up here, but we will also have support down here, because we will have flipped this old area of resistance into a new area of support. So that's something I wanted to talk to you guys about, but unfortunately that's not really in play anymore because we've just lost this range, which means that for Bitcoin to tackle 60k, it needs to now first break 56. You know, so it's fighting an uphill battle. It really is. It's not in a good place on these short-term time frames. Again, if we look at the 4-hour Ichimoku cloud, for example, this is no surprise. I was telling you guys about how big this resistance cloud was and how dangerous this could potentially be. Guys, if you found those warnings useful, if it helped you avoid potentially dangerous situations or anything like that, do me a favor, drop it in the comments. Tell me that was the case. Throw a thumbs up, throw a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and tick the bell. If you find this content useful, where I've been warning you about Bitcoin potentially being weak since it was trading around over here, right? I was warning you about Bitcoin failing to set subsequently significantly higher all-time highs in this trend since before it was fashionable to even talk about it, because I'm keeping a contrarian mind space here. I'm not allowing myself to get swept away in the bullshit. If you think that that's useful, do me a favor and show the algorithm that you like this video. You're going to see more of them, and you're going to help more people see more of them as well, which allows me to keep on making these videos. So thank you all very much for all of that support. And with that, I am going to be signing off just for now. I'm going to make another video later today. I might even do a live stream. This is a very, very hot market. Cardano, wow. Cardano is just down to the key buy area that I wanted to buy it at. Just nearly got there. Cardano against Bitcoin losing value. Again, like I said, Ethereum against Bitcoin, probably going to struggle. That's exactly what's happening. I already gave a lot of detail about that inside of VIP. I'm not going to cover it today in this public video because it's already been shared in there. And look at our good friend Shiba right there. Like I told you, seeing this big pump up, the only thing I wanted to do was short it, and it's now dropped down. Unfortunately, I didn't short it, but that's completely fine. I love seeing it drop anyway. This is very much an entertaining price chart to be watching. And the next support for Shiba I'm seeing is down here. So definitely, potentially quite a disastrous next move coming for Shiba as well. There we go. Ethereum just getting swept below that key level, and Bitcoin continuing to sweep lows right here. So definitely a lot of carnage, but look, things are going to get very, very intense, and that's usually when we're right at the end of these kind of corrections. Bitcoin is not in a bear market. I think Bitcoin is only in a correction, and I think that as soon as we start seeing some bigger areas of support, especially if the selling pressure still looks intense, and especially if people still feel really shit and bearish, that to me is going to be the key signal that this market has bottomed out. So definitely keep an eye on that. And with that, I've got to go. So hope you have enjoyed this video, and you know what to do. Like, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one later today, or maybe even with a live stream. So definitely make sure you watch out for it. See you all again. Bye-bye.